Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Business of Being a Virtual Assistant. Welcome. Today, we're going to talk about top three services in 2024. This is going to lay the foundation for us to prepare for what's coming in 2025. We're going to see where one of the services kind of branches off and just explodes, requiring us to have more specialized skills. All right, top three things. First off, our clients want to be able to focus on the strategy of their business and the thing that they do the best. That's what they want to focus in on. And so they bring us in to handle the other things. And I hate to say handle the things they don't like to do, because some business owners like to do some of the things that we provide as well. So it ends up being a crossover. So we're not going to say the things they don't want to do, but the things they don't have the capacity to handle and manage themselves. All right, number one, social media management and content creation. You probably could have guessed that one. But here's the thing, it's way more than just scheduling. They want us to have the ability to come up with concepts and create content as well. I have been watching this video series on YouTube, and you're following this young man, and he is contacting different business owners and pretty much pitching his TikTok services. And most of the people that he speaks to, they know that their TikTok is either non existent or the content sucks. So they're very much aware. And same for us, our prospective clients are very much aware of where they're lacking and what they don't have. They just may not have had anyone to approach them, to point it out, or to give them some guidance and direction on what is possible and what they can do. So people are looking for us to create content, schedule it, and then tell us how it's performing. Like, what is it doing? We've been creating this content. We used to have a client, they wanted analytics every single week. This is not something that we advise monitoring every single week, because if the account is just taking off, it needs time for people to find it. You need time for the algorithm to find it, for people to even know it's something that they're interested in. And not only that, give them something that they want to keep coming back to. That's one of the biggest sticking points, is providing content that people want to keep coming back to. A lot of times our clients are so quick. They want to pitch, they want to sell, they want you to donate, they want you to do all these things. However, not realizing you've got to come with it first. You got to bring something that people want to keep coming back to again and again. Then you can pitch, buy my stuff, say donate. Number two, customer support and engagement. That includes email, chat, social media, managing customer relationships, and handling basic troubleshooting, which could range anywhere from I lost my password, I don't have the link to Zoom, pointing people in the right direction using what your clients have available for them if they're part of a membership, or general inquiry. And of course, that's something that your client would, provide for you. So number two, customer support and engagement. Just like social media management is not a surprise, this is not a surprise either. It's just taking a step forward and knowing that you're basically managing the customer relationships. A lot of times you may not know how to put it into words in regards to what you do, other than, oh, support and answer your emails. That is managing customer relationships, because if emails aren't being answered uh, timely, if chats aren't being answered, if comments aren't being replied to, that could have a negative impact on the customer relationship. which means affects their bottom line for them to be able to focus on the thing that they do best, being able to coach or provide services or products, whatever it is that your clients do. Number three, this may be a new ad for you, and that is project management and operations support. Years ago, this is something that the client would handle, where they're, managing tasks or things like that. Now, this is something that they may be looking at you to do because they're realizing I have too much on my plate. I need an in between, someone who can go in between additional team members or service providers and myself. So that means you might be helping and getting things situated and set up in Asana, Trello, or Monday.com. You may be coordinating tasks. You may be making sure that the deadlines are being met. Everybody is on the same page. Everybody knows what, when, and where with the guidance of your client. And depending on how nimble your client's team is, they may really be leaning on you for this particular aspect. For me, I'm glad to see that this is one of the top 3 services because I have watched many a client try to handle it all themselves and just hand out a task to me, and I'm seeing where I could be of help. But for the longest time, if we're just seen as just the help, then being able to offer some type of project management and operations support hasn't been an option. So it's good that that is there. So these are some of the top 3 services that business owners are looking for in 2024. We are in our 3rd quarter of this year. It's good to look at what's happening currently. This is going to lay the foundation to where we move into for 2025 and getting prepared. So in the 4th quarter, our whole focus on the podcast will be preparing for 2025. This quarter, we are wrapping up 2024. So we have this month and next month to get situated and building a final foundation for 2024 so we can get ready in the 4th quarter for 2025. We're getting ahead of ourselves, and that's exactly what we want. We want to be ahead. If you have any questions in regards to this episode, something that you have watched, be sure to comment below if you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, or if you just like to send a private message. You can send a private message over on Facebook. We are at facebook.com/TBBVA. That stands for the Business of Being a Virtual Assistant. And you can also private message on Instagram. On Instagram, it is TBBVA Podcast. Be sure you're adding podcast because there is another account that's not me. If you don't see my face, either on the profile or in the content somewhere, it's not me. So TBBVA Podcast over on Instagram. So anyway, thank you so much for watching and listening. You have a wonderful and fantastic day.